We are going to start our webinar, so I'm happy to see you guys in this meeting. Today's web, because it has been a long time, we got many requests from the worldwide customer asking seeing DC Suite live demo. So today's, and we're going to show you how DCS work and also how it works with other products. And my name is Kos. I'm working as a senior 3D designer in TG3D studio. And my panelist, Jeannie, is also our senior 3D designer, and she also responds for the whole education program in for DC Suite. So this webinar is designed for giving a well understanding of the whole picture of how DC Suite work, and also how it could work with our other digitalization solutions. So also many of our users approaching us in the beginning are wondering how what's DCS capability for different kind of design in 3D. So in today's content, in the beginning, I will explain a little bit what's the not help you to understand what is fashion design in 3D, and also I will do the a short live demonstration about how DC Suite work. So we will go through the basic working flow of DC Suite. And then I prepare some a video to show you how it works with our other service. Then in the end, I will show you some cases to show you what's the capability DC Suite can make for different kind of design. And in the end, we will have a 10 minutes Q&A session for you guys. So if you have any opinions would like to share to us, or if you have any question to DC Suite in the middle, welcome to put your question in the chat room. I think you can find the chat room button on the bottom of Zoom browser. So Jeannie will be in the chat room and answering your question. And if there's some question is a very it's better for doing the live, I will also put it in the end and show you guys what you want to know. And also we since we really want to know more about our user, so we will appreciate you if you take a few seconds on the button. We have set a poll to, there is some option for your backgrounds or your needs. So please help us to finish it and let us know you more. So in the beginning, we're going to go through the basic knowledge about the 3D design. So currently, in the whole industry, every kind of a role or company, they're searching for a new way to working on the apparel design or fashion design. So I categorize few usage that is a popular in the industry, or also how it used in the industry. So the first one is to making design proposal, because before 3D, before a 3D technology be capable to work with the apparel industry, and all your design proposal need to working on the 2D sketch. But now you can explore it in a more a live way, because 3D give you the more, it can change a more flexibility, with more flexibility, and also it bringing to life is not only just a flat things. And also in the industry, we need, before the design really come as a product, and we need to verify that sampling it for times to times. So with 3D, because it's based on the real pattern, so it's easy for you to review your shape, the pattern of shape or proportion, or the size of your design, and it also like reduce the time for sampling and also reduce the waste in your development process. And the third is about design communication, because in this industry, there's like a different kind of role. For example, like designer or pattern maker or like the retailers, so there's actually many kinds of roles need to work together. So 3D will give you like a visualization result for helping your communication and reduce your communication gap. So it could help you to make everyone on the same page. And also there's many of user, they use a 3D to create like marketing contents or catalog. So before, you probably need to wait for the product go through the whole manufacturer like process and go to the photo shooting and shipping into the store, then it comes to your customer. So with 3D, it's more easy for you to put your product to customer in many ways. So also like and the next I'm going to say like in 3D design, like before we bring our design into 3D, we also need to digitalize the some key ingredients of apparel design. So the first will be pattern, and the second will be the model to fitting your garment, and also your fabric to use, and also your trim, like a button, what kind of stitch, what color of it, or like a zipper, something like that. Like this kind of accessory is also playing an important role in your design. So for the pattern, usually people will use the 2D CAD, and DC Suite have the full capability to reading the XF file. So if you've got like a digital pattern in the XF file, AMA format, DCS could read it very well. And also in DC Suite, we provide a powerful 2D drafting tool. So you can also drawing your pattern in DC Suite. And we also have a product called PhotoScan. So if you got the paper pattern, so by just picturing your pattern with the PhotoScan board, then it can help you to bring your paper pattern into DC Suite in right scale. And the second is about 3D model. So the first is DC Suite has its built-in model, so which is the one you can show on the left. And also there's many like a manufacturer role company, they use Evernote, the avatar service. So we also have the capability to reading Evernote's AVA3 format avatar. And since we have the third is since we have the Scantic body scanner, so after the human is get scanned, we can also bring he or she live avatar into DC Suite to try on the design. And there's some user, they also have like a OBJ file or FBX file. It also both to have the full capability to read in the DC Suite. And about the fabric and trim, like there's two kind of like a design material will be used in 3D world. So one kind is like an image file, and the other kind is like a 3D object file. So we also provide a digitalization solution to scan your fabric into DC, digitalize your fabric and bring your fabric into DC Suite to use. So the main working flow is like put all the content to DC Suite and then positioning your pattern on the avatar's body and then set a scene like set all scene, then it could simulate it could get you the simulation result, and in the end you could be able to add some fabric and trim to add all the detail on the garment and bringing like make it like realistic. So and if you when you review the design, there if there's any part you want to change, like the size, like the fabric you use, the color you want to change, it can give you the like immediately modification and until you finalize your design. So so far it's about the basic knowledge. It's a basic knowledge about DC Suite, and the next I'm going to demonstrate how they work to you. Okay, so this is the view of my DC Suite window, and this is a design I want to finish, like I want to make in today's webinar. So let me introduce our interface first. So on the left of it is our 2D window. The pattern you imported will be put in here. And also here there's like a point, line, panel, drop-down menu. Most of the like a 2D drafting tool will be categorized in it. In the 3D window, like it's for simulating and all the 3D manipulation. And on the right hand in the property window, there's two tabs. So one is about your one is about the selected target, the property of your selected target, and also for different like a target, like if there's a pattern, you could be able to put the fabric onto it. And if you select a point, you will be able to add a button on it. So that is to manage your design material. And on the button of property editor, there is a window called Sprite Browser. So you will be able to bring your fabric, your stitch, your button, like all your design content into DC Suite to use on your design. And the last window to introduce to you is a layer browser. So layer browser, we separated as 2D and 3D. So they are not synchronously. They are like used as and independently. So 2D pattern layer is for you to manage your pattern. So if you got like a many style or like a many kind of detail, you will be able to manage your 2D pattern with a 2D layer. And 3D garment is for you to manage your like a 3D garment. So for example, if I disable the vision of 3D layer, then your all your garment will be like invisible. Okay, so in the beginning, I am going to start with import a DXF file. So when you import the DXF file, there's some like a setting you could view. You could view in the import window, and you can select like what you want to see in, and also the uni will be automatically recognized by your by DC Suite. So if I put it into DC Suite, then so this is my pattern. And like the grand direction you set in your like a 2D CAD will be well transformed into DC Suite. And also like the interior point or the contour are the same. So now I'm going to deactivate the design I have made before. And also that's see in our 2D window, you could see like there's two layers. One is the previous I had, and then I can deactivate the vision of it first, and then focus on what I have right now. So, and in the 2D window, you will see there's a two silhouette in the window. So one represent the front of the avatar, and the other represent the back of the avatar. So in the first, I can give it a positioning tag, which make it to bring in 3D on the back of the avatar. Then I can sync it to the 3D window. I'm going to create a new one. So when I select the second 3D layer, then I can bring it into the 3D like that. Avatar. Okay. And also for the avatar, you can go into the avatar editor to set some your personal preference. So the most common used one are the measurements. So you can adjust is like a different circumference, and also like for example the height of it. And also like some length of it. So for example, if her arm should be like a longer or should be shorter, you can also select some like a length related size here. And the other common use one is pose. So all the DCS avatar has the different kind of motion to apply it on. So for example, like this will be the final pose of it. And then if I finalize it, just close the window. And in the beginning, we're going to positioning our 3D pattern. So there's an assistant tool to use is the cylinder. The cylinder is to help you to placing your pattern to the ideal position of your avatar. This one seems not the right size avatar to use, so I'm going to change it quickly. So there's a avatar window in the project setting, and we made it like a 3x3. So you can select the avatar from like short to tall, or the small size to the large size. And I'm going to change the final pose of it. This one, I think this one could give me the like a better dropping result of it. So in the end, she will stand like this as ending pose. Okay, so let's start with our designs. It will be easy to put like all your pattern onto the avatar, like avatar's body by the cylinder. So the manipulation is just click once on the pattern and click once on the cylinder. Then if you click the pattern on the cylinder and don't let your mouse go, then you will be able to move it freely on the cylinder. And if there's any part like attached on the wrong place, you just use one click and the other click to fix the position. So the grand direction of this pattern is wrong. So we can easily change it to so there's a property called manual wrap in the on the 2D pattern. So there's two kind of arrow. One is the blood line, like it is about your grand direction, like how your fabric will be attached on your pattern, and the other is like a dot line arrow. So it will influence how your pattern be wrapping and attached on the cylinder. So if the direction is wrong, you can just um, set it to the reverse direction. Sure. And this is an additional color, so I can delete it in 3D, or if you want to keep it, you can also delete it in 3D, just in 3D. You can delete it in 3D, but keep it in, remain it in 2D window. So when the pattern is like too many of it to handle, then usually for the beginner user, I will suggesting them to separate the making process of 3D garment. So for example, there's a tool like in 3D. If I select some pattern and using uncheck the activate setting, it will become yellow. Then when I start to simulate, it will be not join the simulation process. So I can compose my my garment like with different kind of step. Okay. So this is the like a first positioning of my pattern, and then I can start doing the seam process. Change the so the seams process you could do in both 3D and 2D windows. So it's like a whichever you like or whichever is easy to use. So the first one I'm going to using the seam in the 2D window because the position is like a quite easy to select. So when the line is seen, then it will turn into the pink, like a pink color on the contour. So it's a hint for you to check like whether all your pattern and having the same setting. And also when the seam is used, you will be able to see there's a swing mark. So before you press enter, then you will be able to easily change the scene by the space key to change the direction. And also, if you like, you are also can set a scene in the 3D window. So it really depends on like which angle and like which kind of view is easy to use. So for example, for the like a front body and the back side, it's more easy to do it in the 3D. And also, if there's like a too many pattern in the 3D environment, if it like a to bothering you for viewing the other panel, you can deactivate the show property in its property window. So let's check the same result here. So here you can see by the user interface hint that I ignore the shoulder line. So before it is simulate, I can check my 2D pattern setting in the 2D window easily. And one principle before simulation is to get all your pattern on the right position of the avatar. So right now I'm going to use the other assistant tool called Manual Wrap. Then it can help you to shape your pattern with a different kind of curve to fit with your avatar's shape and the position, like here. So and the other principle is your scene surface. The scene surface, the gray one, shouldn't go into the avatar. Otherwise, it might have some like unstable for the simulation result. It's like the common sense for doing the 3D simulation in 3D with 3D software. So let's try with the simulation. So when your result like got weird, you could like easily to go back to check about your scene surface. So here we will see like the direction of the pattern is placing wrong in the 3D environment. So it's the same manipulation you can change here. So it seems to be placed on the reverse direction. So I just deactivate and rebuild it quite quickly. Okay, let's try with the next time. So firstly, the body is just finished. And then we can like swing up the buttons of it. So as you can see here, there are some like a point to represent the button on the pattern. And the way we bring it to 3D will be like activated in the 3D environment, because not all the point you will use in 3D. So by setting the 3D activate as yes, then it will mark as blue. Then you will see your point appears on the 3D environment. Then we can going to use the point scene to make button swing up. So here is the attachment point scene here to make a scene the point. So the point got the scene setting will be marked as pink as well. Then we can making the front and the back position of our front light. So for example, I give it a front and back position. Then when I start doing the simulation, it will be attached together. Because there are two garments in my 3D layer, so the system recognized it to wearing outer, so it was a little bit floating on the avatar, but by setting it back, then it dropping on the avatar like more naturally. And next, I'm going to scene the color onto it. So here we can see the scene surface actually in the reverse direction. So by going to the attribute editor when the scene is selected, then you can change the direction of it to fix it like very quickly. Okay, so the body is just finished, and then we can go on with the process of making a sleeve. So by selecting the pattern and activate it and show it in 3D, we can bring it back. So we put it on the avatar's arm. And also there's a cylinder setting is about handling curve. So I'm calling it out and placing my curve on the wrist. And then that's finished the rest scene of it. So for the finished garment, I can freeze it in like a 3D environment, and then start to simulate with the rest part of it. So when all my garment is finished, then I can apply the like a dynamic simulation of it to make it as like a standing on the ending pose. Oh, sorry, I select the wrong setting. I would like to deactivate the point view. Okay, so in the end, we're going to give it some detail. So, for example, on your fabric for sure will have a thickness. Then we can go into the attribute window to add some like thickness for it to increase its realistic thickness. So like this, the thickness will be appears. And also, if you want to make the seam line like more visible, then you can by selecting the line and give it some like depth. So then it will be more visible for your design on the detail. And also in the end, we are going to apply the fabric onto the pattern. So we can by selecting them all and go into the textile browser, then apply like whichever fabric I like to use on it. But you can change the scale of fabric here, and also like change the color of it, and also to attach some like a button. So for example, by select the coin, I can attach my button on it, and to change its thickness and also its radius like this. And if you want to it has some space from the garment, you can also edit it here. And about stitches, the target will be like when the line is selected. So for example, if I want to add some stitch on the contour, then I can go into the stitch browser to bring my stitch in the 3D environment and set it with the width and length. And also some offset from the contour. Then, and it will be easy to duplicate your stitch setting onto different side of your garment. So by using short key Alt and C to copy and Alt and V to paste, then you will be able to easily to finish all the stitch applying on your garment like this. So this is the basic flow how to compose a 3D garment. And in the end, but these ingredients are like all very basic. So following, I'm going to use my slide to show you like how DC Suite could work with other kind of solution, and also how to work with other 3D digitalization contents. So let's switch to my slide. So following, I prepared some video to show you like how DC Suite to work with other products. So the first comment is about our body scanner. Its size is just like a dressing room, and you can control the scanning process by your mobile device, like iPhone and iPad are all available. And the scan process will our app will guide you how user to finalize the scan. After they got scanned, their scan data and all the measurement will be extracted on our Scanatic for Fashion platform. So you will be able to download the avatar file in FBX file, and our scan body called live avatar, and it will guarantee you have an avatar with a clean armpit and also crouch space. So the simulation for like a design with sleeve or like the pants, it will be like a very fluently. And also the avatar will be made with from A pose to I pose. So the A pose will be easy for you to put all your panels on the avatar, and I pose is like a more hands down. So for you to draping and fitting your garment on the avatar more naturally. And the next one will be our fabric scanner. So the fabric scanner is control. Also, we have a app can control the scanner. So by just putting your fabric into the boxing, and then the whole scan process will be automatically captured. So once your fabric got scanned, you can go back to our Scanatic for Fashion platform to edit your fabric. If you want to change the repeat, change the size, or change the reflectivity of it, you will be able to edit it. And after you scan your fabric, you can also browse its digital result and also download it to your computer. Then you can use it to work with DC Suite. So here, the video I made was I download few different kind of fabric, and I quickly to apply the fabric onto my design I already made. So it's quickly to give you the possibility to change your design without manually like a photo shooting your fabric and edit the repeat. So the result from our scan fabric will guarantee you the right scale and also the available repeat unit to use in your 3D design. And the next will be our style book service. So once your 3D garment is finished in DC Suite, then you will be able to upload it to our platform. And there's some setting for you to setting different kind of modular of your fabric. So by of your garment. So by separated your garment in different parts, you will be able to adding different fabric to different parts and to mix and match with your design to have a live creation of your design. So this process shows the change of selected fabric on different parts, and it quickly and immediately to give you the result of your design decision. And also we have the different kind of modular about trims, so you can try on different kind of stitches and mix and match with different color. So there's a feature I want to go deeper a little bit with our style book survey. There's a feature called Style Brick. So in DC Suite, actually, you can make multiple design options, like what I showed in the first picture in DC Suite screen. So actually, you have seen there are multiple color design in the 2D window, and also multiple pocket button, and we all made it in a single 3D garment. And by uploading it to our platform, you will be able to adding different fabric into different part, and also adding trim into different part. So actually the design possibility is like increasing by the modular setting. And when you generated a design a single item like the design result, you will be able to put it onto our Scanatic Closet Store app to show that to your client. And sorry. Yeah. So I don't know why my video doesn't work with the presentation mode. So I step back here to show you the how Closet Store app works. So by going into the single item, then you can change. Your customer will be able to change the design by different modular, and based on their preference to give it like a more combination they like. And also there's a feature coming out soon will be after your design is uploaded to our Scantic for Fashion platform, then you will be able to share the 3D result by sharing a link to like your client or the people working with you. So the 3D result will be shareable easily. So in the end, there's some like a 3D showcase. I prepared for you to see like what's the capability of DC Suite can give. So in DC Suite, our avatar not only just have pose, it also has like a catwalk animation. So once your garment is finalized, and you can doing the like a catwalk to bring it like more vividly. And then next, I prepared some casual wear to show it to you. So the picture here is from one project we made before, and it is like an external 3D high color rendering process. For like a casual wear or the apparel, there we have been asking like what kind of detail we can make. So for example, on the left, on the west part of the garment, there's some smoking. It can like be done in 3D design, and also if you your design have like many ruffle or wrinkle or the like dragging detail, you can see the result on the second and the third image. And also like if your design has some like a pleated folding, like a boxing pleating or like a knife pleating, and you can using our tool to easily to make it in the 3D. And with some like a formal wear or traditional wear, as we know, like a formal wear or traditional wear, they requires like a more details, or the structure may be complex, or the material to use might be complex. So here there's some project we have been made before. So for example, on the left is like a Korean traditional garment, and they will be used some like a decoration like a embroidery or like a silky fabric, and it can this view is showing from DC Suite. And also like for some formal garment like suit, it actually has like a complex construction, like it need to put like a different lining in it to make the shape very fluent and like not have many wrinkles. It can also be done with the 3D setting. So, and if you want to exploring with like a more sporty wear, so as we know, like a sporty wear usually won't has like a complex or complicated pattern making, but probably its need is more need to exploring with a different kind of using texture or a different kind of colorway, or maybe your user need to playing with the different kind of artwork, like the logo. It can also be put in here. And the last that I prepare is some design concept and marketing content we have been created before. So this is the result generated by DCS, and then we put it into other 3D software to exploring the possibility of the 3D garment. So not only by photo shooting, you can also have the amazing look from the 3D 3D result. So here as well, so you can see the texture. It can has a little bit metallic and also a little bit unrealistic look. So here's the ending of my webinar presentation today. So, and next we're going to go into the Q&A session. If there's anyone have the give me the second to seeing your question. Stitches.
How do I define stitches?
是什么意思啊？是 okay. So let me change back to sharing in DC Suite. So okay, let's go back to DC Suite window, and to define stitches, I would like to show you first is 我一下哦 Give me the second. I'm going to open it up our Scantic for Fashion website, because we have not only fabric library, we only create trim library, and it will be able for you to download the pre-made stitches from it. 我是不是没有切过去？ Okay, so here firstly is the login window for our Scantic for Fashion website. By going to the site tab, if you subscribe Stylebook service, then you will be able to have a trim library. And currently we have making some pre-made stitches like which are very common to use. For example, like this kind of cover stitches, or like a twin stitch, like lock stitch, like single lock stitch, and also like a twin lock stitch. And by downloading them, you will be able to use in DC Suite. Let me change back to the view. So by using a preset stitches is one way. Let me show you in my folder. Stitches normal. So this is the like our pre-made unit for each kind of pre-made stitches. So by bringing them into DC Suite, stitch it here. So for example, I bring the stitches which is called as 304. And to use it is if I want to use it by selecting a line and then applied it onto the contour, and then you will see it is applied on the design. Also, so it's here, so the stitch here, and you can add it as density, like and width. So for example, I want to make it like a thinner, and also make it like a more crowded. So you can change it by the parameter. So by using the TG3D created trim is one way, but you can you also have the flexibility to create your own one. So for example, when I press the add button, and you can see there's a lots of like an image. It actually produced by Photoshop. So if you want to create your own trim, you can also make a unit for yourself. So for example, I can bring different kind of image into my library, and by selecting the line as well and also apply the stitches, then you will see it is changed here. And usually we will encourage user to generate their own customized stitch in like a gray or white color, because it will have like a more flexibility for you to changing the color in DC Suite. So if you want to customize your trim, you can Photoshop your unit, like make a repeatable unit and bring it into DC Suite as well. Because we just mentioned about the stitches, so here I want to show you as well. It's about button. So actually, in our practice file library, they has like many kind of button file. So it's also the way for you to create your button in DC Suite, and you can also upload this kind of result to our Scantic for fashion to use for your other garment in the style book service. And on the other hand, maybe I missing in the previous demonstration is about how to making some artwork on, for example, if I want to add a logo in my design. For example, if I want to bring a design, like a logo design here, then this column is for fabric, and here is like for some additional decoration. So for example, the first I'm going to set it as not repeatable, and then like give it a set as scale, and then I will be able to translate it to the position I want. So this is like this is showing you like how to using like a multiple design element. So this is the more explanation about how to increase your design. If any one of you have other want to know about DC Suite. Okay. Okay. So in the end of our today's webinar, there's the last things I would like to show you is because we don't have much time rest. So on the last thing I want to share it to you is we are just launched our new e-learning platform. So we put the education, like online education program on the website. So by scanning the QR code, you can go into our new website to see the learning content. And if you are not a DC Suite user yet, you can subscribe our 15 days free trial by scan the QR code on the right hand. So 我讲一下那个是不是说 So this is the quick showing of our e-learning platform. So we put the learning in the different grades. So the new launch content is about the beginning process. So here's the get start content. So actually the most of thing I demo today, like how the interface is designed and how to use the avatar, and also how to doing the placement of your design, how to swing it, and how to finalize the simulation are you can learn from here. And if you have like any question when you trying with DC Suite, you can always go to our discussion platform and put your question here. Our 3D designer will answering your question here. So in the end, we will send you a query after the webinar. So please help us to understand how you understanding about DC Suite by today's webinar so far, or how do you think about our webinar? Your opinion and your voice very important to us. So by sending us back by finish the query, we will also send you the today's record of the webinar. So thanks for coming, and I'm going to finish my webinar here. So see you guys.